Hey guys, welcome to my channel, The Homestead Quest. My name's Amanda. This is little Luna. And today we're going to be planting our chamomile seeds, which is really exciting. So if you want to see how I plant my chamomile seeds, come along with me today and I'll show you how. Alright guys, I'm also here to remind you to like and subscribe. It really helps the channel out when you do. Also hit that notification bell below. It will alert you anytime I upload a new video. So chamomile is an amazing addition to any garden. It makes a wonderful herbal tea. The tea is a beautiful yellow color. It serves as a wonderful antioxidant. It also is a sleep aid. So you have a cup of chamomile tea before bed. It should help you have a nice and restful sleep at night. It's also amazing for the pollinators. Bees and butterflies and all of the pollinators love it, so it attracts them to that area. And chamomile is just really pretty to look at as well. And if you go ahead and smell your chamomile flowers when they grow in, they smell very, very similar to apples. Do just make sure that if you're in a colder climate in a more northern state that you go with German chamomile rather than Roman chamomile. German chamomile is cold hardy, it's frost resistant. You start it in early spring, it will germinate with no issues. So first you really want to clear out the area in which that you're going to be planting your chamomile seeds. Here I am just weeding. This is my first time getting out here this season and weeding. I'm also amending my soil with organic raised bed soil and a little bit of compost. The compost isn't necessarily needed. Chamomile, they're not heavy eaters. This is compost that I had saved over winter. It won't hurt at all. It'll give it a nice little boost, so I went ahead and added some of that as well. Chamomile seeds are a little bit unique as well in the sense that you don't need to bury the seeds. They need the moisture and the sunlight to germinate. So essentially you just throw them on top of the soil in which that you're planting them. So I'll go ahead and show you what the seeds look like and we will start planting them in this section here. All right, let's get into this bag of chamomile seeds. Another thing to note about chamomile seeds, they are super tiny. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. As you can see, these seeds are super tiny and it's windy, so I'm trying to make sure they don't blow off, but they are tiny. So just be careful when you're sowing them. All right, so I'm gonna show you how you sow these. Super easy. You just take a pinch and you just sprinkle them around. You will be planting more seeds than you need because you'll want to expect to thin them out. So just go ahead and make sure you're covering your surface evenly and just know that in a few weeks when they germinate, you will need to pull some and thin it out. So if you accidentally sow a bunch in the same spot, no worries. As I said, you want to thin them out anyways, but they're also very easily transferred. Once they get their true leaves and you can tell that it's chamomile, you can take a little garden shovel, make sure you dig under the roots and you can move them. So if you have like an area where you've noticed that you have a huge clump of chamomile seeds, thin some out, move some, and it's really easy to just get them to where you want them to go. They're not very finicky about being transplanted. Then we go ahead and water them in. I would be using my hose, but today is the first day of my spring cleaning and I haven't found any of my hose attachments yet, so this is gonna have to do. You just go ahead and water them all in. You'll want to water them at least once daily from this point. I would do it either at night or early morning. It doesn't have to be super heavy, but just make sure that you're keeping your soil nice and moist, and then you will get the optimal germination. All right, guys, that's it for me and Luna today. Thank you so much for watching today's episode of the Homestead Quest. Although today's episode was kind of a shorter one, I believe it was an important one because I think chamomile is kind of an underutilized and underappreciated herb. So I certainly think that chamomile has a place in everybody's garden. Thank you guys again so much for watching today. My name's Amanda. This is the Homestead Quest.